What's wrong with the Boston Celtics? And can the Houston Rockets really build around Christian Wood? And finally, how you are going to get paid to watch this one. Let's get it.
This is Enough Said Sports.
Guys, I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you with another NBA preview and prediction video here on YouTube. Thank you so much for all your support. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day or your evening to watch this whenever you may be doing that. Really appreciate that. If you like this sort of content, like opportunities to make additional money for watching these games, please join us on Patreon to get our full slate of NBA picks each and every single day. It is a great value. It is only $20 a month for our NBA content. Please join us over there. Really need the support, and definitely going to put some money in your pocket if you join us over there. Had a little bit of a uneven day yesterday in the NBA. Started off rough, got really good in the middle, and then ended up not great at the end of the night, as the LA Clippers was one of our picks, and the Memphis Grizzlies came in there on the road and took care of them. And just one of those things with the NBA. You're just getting started, so it takes a little bit to obviously get a little bit more data under our belts, and we'll continue to improve. We still have a winning record. We're still doing okay. I'm not satisfied with where we are right now, but that's the great thing about the NBA. Each and every day, there's so many games out there. You get lots and lots of opportunities to redeem yourself, and lots of opportunities to make up some ground. So really excited about today's slate of games. Definitely did some studying late last night and early this morning, so we're really excited about that. The matchup we're going to talk about right now, though, is going to be the Boston Celtics traveling to play the Houston Rockets tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on NBA TV. Getting into the Boston Celtics, obviously they have looked very poor coming out of the gates here. They lost a very close game to the New York Knicks in game one. We had them in that particular contest. It just seemed like they can't stop anybody defensively for some reason. Jason Tatum had a terrible shooting night on night one, and they just didn't get the job done. And then they come out and lay an egg, I believe, against Toronto also, and end up getting blown out of the gym. So. And that happened at home, I do believe. So with all that being said about the Boston Celtics, what's wrong with the Boston Celtics? We really have to start to examine, and I know it's early. It's really early, and, it's hard to judge, teams, right out of the gate when they just starting off and everything. But when you consider the way that they've looked in comparison to the way that they should look, based upon the talent that they have on this roster, is pretty telling that they've been looked so poor. I think everybody thought it would be addition by subtraction there whenever they got rid of Kemba Walker, and it looks like to me Kemba Walker was actually keeping his team afloat right now. The way that they look, the way that they're playing, they are just really poor. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both are just not at the level that they need to be at, and it's really alarming. So with all that being said, I'm gonna reserve judgment on the Boston Celtics here, probably for another game or two, at least for another game. Tonight will be really telling for me with them, because they're going up against a very young Houston Rockets team that they should take care of. I mean, they really should. Houston is a young basketball team. They got a lot of young talent. They do have potential to grow into something and all of that stuff, but they're not into something. They're not that something right now. They are a ways away from being able to really compete on any sort of level. I'm very, very impressed with Christian Wood. I asked the question at the top of the video, could Houston build around a Christian Wood? I think the young man has enough talent. I mean, when I watch him on film, he's got great footwork, great fundamentals. He's able to score the basketball. He's not terrible on defense. And I think he's something or someone that they can really build around if they can put some pieces around him. I think that they have the potential to be a pretty good, solid young team. Really like the way that they have looked at times. Obviously, up against OKC, they looked really good. But OKC is, really, really terrible too. So, I do think there's a reason for optimism in Houston. But overall, right now, I think they still got a really, really long way to go to grow into the type of team that they need to grow into. They got the young rookie, Jalen Green. We'll see what he ends up being. He seems to be very, very explosive. So it'll be interesting to see what he's able to grow into as well. Now, with all that being said, the spread in this particular contest is 6. I'm going to look at the total really quick here. I don't particularly care for the total in this one. The total is 224.5. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take Boston -6 tonight with great trepidation. I do believe they're going to break out of this thing. They're just too talented. I know Jaylen Brown is questionable tonight. Whether he plays or not, I still like Boston here. They're just so much more talented than the Houston Rockets. They should be able to take care of them even on the road. And I feel like desperation is going to kick in at some point for the Boston Celtics. I feel like they're going to be very aggressive tonight. They're 0-2. They need a victory very badly. You don't want to start falling way, way behind in the standings because it's really hard to catch up. So I expect Boston's A game tonight. I expect Jason Tatum to play unbelievably well like he has not done yet this season. I like Boston -6. And I'll also take Boston on the money line. I think they obviously win this game, but I think you can pick up some additional cash if you take Boston -6 and Boston on the money line. So, all that being said, guys, Celtics fans, is it time to panic? What are your thoughts on your team? And also, Houston Rockets fans, do you feel like you got the right nucleus in place in order to build something? And finally, let me know what you think about this pick in itself. I think that this is a really solid one for tonight. But let me know what your opinion is. Love interacting with you guys in the comments, of course. And as I said at the top of the video, guys, if you like this sort of content, like these opportunities to make money, to watch these games, hey, join us on Patreon. It is the first link in the description box there. Become a true fan of Enough Said Sports. $20 a month just for the NBA picks. Great value for you there. You'll make that back in one game. So definitely show us some love and support on there. Really appreciate you again. You guys have a great and wonderful day, and good luck to you. And we're going to see if we can't get this thing back in the right direction. Appreciate it, guys.